Oh boy, what happened in the finale episode? We had a big wedding in the family. And I think it was nice to see the family come together and celebrate that and be excited about that, about Kate and Toby. Jumping into the new season. Wow. We go so many different places. We kind of go back in the past for Jack and Rebecca before the big three. Kind of the era of getting to know each other, getting to fall in love with one another. And then we also go back a little further with Jack into his Vietnam era. The younger era of Jack and Rebecca is interesting. We really only kind of dabbled in it at the end of the first season. So having to remove all the memory of Jack and Rebecca, all that Mandy and I kind of share, all that was written for the characters, it was interesting to go back to that couple who's getting to know one another and discover one another and find the love that we are all so familiar with at this point. But it's been fun. It's been fun, Nothing like being on set with Mandy Moore. No, it isn't an easy task for Jack to win Rebecca's affection, but at the same time, it's not so easy for Rebecca either to kind of get into, a willingly heart open human being coming back from a war. Things like that kind of close you off a little bit. So I think seeing Jack and Rebecca in this changing time in their life and maybe in different modes of life, different ideas, different paths, different directions, we know they converge. So it's the fun in playing that story of, well, if they are kind of shifted a little askew, how do they come together? We're definitely going deeper into Jack's past with his time in Vietnam and understanding truly what happened to him there. The thing that I always consider and I always think about is this man is so good, like has such a heart for his family and for his wife and his kids, but yet he comes from more of a broken home. What were those things that impacted him to be the positive light that he is to those that he loves and those that love him? So going into Vietnam, we're gonna understand his time there and what happened to his brother, because we know that he lost his brother in Vietnam. Yeah, we're just gonna see how everything unfolded for Jack as a young man in his mid-20s. Dan Fogelman is probably one of the best bosses I've ever worked with. He has this natural talent, obviously with the written word, but beyond that, he's encouraging, he's fun, he's happy, he's smiling, he's willing to work with not only us actors, but the group, the entirety of the show. He really is kind of this Jack Pearson-esque father figure that is at the top of the show and making sure that it's a positive experience for all of us. He cares deeply about the work and about his crew and about everyone. It's remarkable to work with someone as talented as him that is, more importantly, a good man. It's inspiring. Jack, in all his complexities, is someone that appears relatively simple in direction, in nature, loves his wife, loves his kids. So kind of cracking open his heart and his memory and his existence and understanding the dynamic between his more troubled younger years and his older years, heroic, I'll call them, running into a burning house to make sure his family's safe. It's been exciting to discover those notes of who he is that kind of round him out as a real human being, to where an audience really connects to this man, is inspired by this man, is looking for this man in real life. I see that a lot. I hear that a lot. People are looking for Jack Pearson. And I think, if anything, if we can be inspired by him, to persevere in the tough times, like losing a child, like fighting alcoholism, like, finding your way back to that love you first had with your partner, rediscovering that. I think I think is someone that we can all look up to and aspire to be. And the nice thing about the storytelling from Dan and all of our writers is these are not heightened stories. These are stories that I feel like I hear a lot of times from the audience. Wow, how are you guys depicting my life? How are you able to tell a story that's happened to me? And I think that's really incredible when a show is able to tap into that side of the world of what's happening so intimately in people's lives. And it's it's just remarkable. The audience tuning in and week out and really looking forward to an episode. That's exciting. That's really, really exciting. You do create a family when you're on a show, and I know I am fortunate enough to be around not only a group of talented artists, but good human beings. And now 3 seasons in, I still smile and get excited when I see my friends at work. And this is cast, this is crew, this is everybody that touches this show. So it makes me want to come to work. And when you have those long periods of time where you haven't seen everybody, and when you do come together, it's smiles and hugs and excitement and quick catching up, and then you just dive right back into what you already know, which are these great relationships with talented, kind people.